Hi there, Ryan Gossett here from the Pinnacle Team at Compass in Chicago, and in this week's video what I would like to talk to you about is the value of representation when you are a buyer, when you're thinking about buying a home. And you'll notice I said when you're thinking about buying a home. You see, a couple of weeks ago I was working an open house for a listing of mine, and it was a listing for which we already had a few offers. I knew the property was going to sell. And this guy had reached out to me and arranged a visit at the open house. We got to talking while he was in the home. He insisted that him and his wife were going to be unrepresented buyers. They had purchased a home before. They didn't really understand the value that that agent had brought to the table, and they thought they had wasted some money or left some money on the table by paying that person to represent them, and he was sure that he could do it himself. Fast forward to now, and he's letting me know that they have missed out on a few homes. They've been in multiple offer situations, and he doesn't understand why they're not getting these homes. His idea was that they didn't have cash, and they were up against cash offers. And while that may have been the case, I think it is unlikely to be the foremost reason they're not getting these homes. And I shared this with him, of course, asked his permission. What I shared with him is that if there are multiple offers in front of a seller and they have a good seasoned listing agent representing them, not only is the seller looking at the price and the close date and maybe the inspection related terms of the offer, but what they're looking at as a whole is what is the probability that this offer that's being presented to me is actually going to see the closing table. And in my experience, and I've been doing this for a long time, more than half of the deals that a buyer who's unrepresented enters into never see the closing table, because at some point during the process they're going to come across a situation that scares them, that gives them a little fear. And they're not going to have someone to lean on to help guide them through that situation. So what happens a lot of times, unrepresented buyers will get under contract on something, and for whatever reason they'll get cold feet in the contract to close process and they'll kill the deal. Listing agents know this, and they're telling their sellers that information. So a seller is unlikely, with all else being equal, to choose an unrepresented buyer to go under contract with. So what's my advice? My advice is that if you are thinking about buying a home, yes, you can go online and look at homes. You can talk to a mortgage lender and get pre-approved for a mortgage. Those are things that you can do to start to get yourself ready to buy a home. But the first thing you should do is find an agent that you can trust and that you think will be patient with you to guide you through the process, because they're going to be there with you. They're going to have gotten to know you. And when the home that is the home of your dreams hits the market, then they will be able to present you and your offer in the best possible light to the listing agent and the seller, and you will have a much increased likelihood of going under contract on that home and securing the home of your dreams. Find an agent that you can trust that'll be patient with you. That is the best thing you can do when you're thinking about buying a home. Keep in mind, most buyer's agents don't get paid unless you actually buy a home, so it should cost you nothing. If you have any questions or concerns about this strategy, please reach out to me. I'd love to support you, whether you're looking in Chicago or anywhere else in the United States. Again, my name is Ryan Gossett. I'm with the Pinnacle Team at Compass, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.